Okay, so the blue goes to the black and the black goes to the red, and oh, hey everyone, welcome back to the Rusty Golfer project. This week we're going to get the wiring straightened out, and then we can start putting the floor pans on. And after that, and we start into the body work, which is not going to be fun, but we're making progress, moving along. So welcome back. Thanks for watching. Alright, do a little work to the electrical system here. This right here is the fuse box, which I'm going to use for the 12 volt power distribute. So negative comes in here, positive comes in here, the wires go out from positive through this fuse, and down here is the negative bus bar. So we got some of this fabric harness tape I'm going to use to tidy this up a bit. Move the speed controller out, everything's a little jumbled here. Guess now we'll start stringing the wires for the headlights and taillights, and we'll put the fender wells back in. Okay, what we've got here are little body plugs or pegs or retaining pins, whatever you want to call them, that they just push through a hole and hold something in place. So these were used on these inner fender wells and a couple other parts. So we can just put this in place like that. And push them in place. And then it's there. Okay. Now this will get some more in the back once the body is permanently back on. put the other side in. Okay. This one in there. That one's a little tight to get to. There it goes. Okay. That's in place. On to the next thing. Alright, so I've got power coming off my 12 volt converter up to my fuse panel, and I'm running some wires up front through the fuses. One's for the LED light bar, the other's for the radio, and another one is for the USB charging port. The other thing I need to do is I need to get out the wiring harness for the headlights, and it needs to go along this rail back to here, and then the tail lights run to the back. And I need to run some extra wires inside that wiring harness for the what will be the reverse lights. Since it doesn't have them, I need to put them in. So, let's set that up. Well, I've managed to get the wire for the reverse lights run through the harness, and just gonna put a couple pieces of tape here and there to close it up. And then I'm gonna take it apart and run it through the holes in the frame. Okay, one major hurdle down. Let's see if we can get this up through there. Okay, this wire goes over the fuse box. This one continues along the frames and ends up at the taillights. That goes that way. Over there. Not looking too bad. the harness for the certain signals and high beams. Let's get a holder on that frame. I think that clip's going to be too small. Yep. Okay, that clip will hold it there. This will go up on there. Brake light wire. Alright. Moving along. Moving along with the electrical system, I've got the cables pretty much where I want them to go. So the one for the tail lights runs through here, through the frame, up through the bottom of the dashboard, and into the cowling area. Comes out down here and runs across to the fuse box. I also ran 2 conductor wire for the LED reverse lights. There'll be 2 of them in the back. Interestingly enough, the LEDs pull so little power. These guys only pull 0.8 amps each, so that's only 1.6 amps in the front. Light bar that'll go on the front here, that only pulls 1.8, so not even 5.5, 6 amps of power for that. Is very small, so that's really cool. So the only thing I might really need to do is run speaker wires. I'm not sure what kind of stereo system that I want to put in it yet, but I think we can do that later and be okay. So the only thing left to do right now is get those cables zip tied down to the frame and then start putting the floorboards in. Now, back to it. Alright, I've got the wiring about where I want it, and I've got switches installed. I've got a filler piece in the dashboard for where the switches go. Not glued in yet, so it's not staying put. I've got 2 reverse lights sitting here on the back. Everything's wired in, tail lights. So if we turn on the lights, okay, that's just the LED rings there. I like that. And these are not. Yeah, they're on. Now I have the added bus bar, the light bar I put in front. So that comes on. That's nice and bright. It's pretty close to the cowl, but I think it'll be just fine. And then I have the 2 work lights back here. Turn those on. Let me shut the lights out real quick here. It lights up the ceiling nicely. And right, yep. Alright, so far I like it now. It's time to finalize it. I had to go to the Harbor Freight, pick a much bigger pop rivet gun, because these pop rivets are huge. There's no way I'm doing that with a little gun that I have. So that big pop rivet gun was only 29 bucks, so that worked out inexpensively for something I'm not going to use very often. So time to pull the body and everything off and start riveting down this floor. Let's get to it. Okay, now that the electrical is pretty much where I want it, so let's get going. This piece I need to scrub, get good and clean, and then I need to hit it with some clear, probably semi-gloss. Okay. All right, so next thing we need to do is get this piece lined up, put some rivets in, and then use a floor, line those up, get these rivets installed. And then I can drill holes here for the ones that need to go on the back side. And start fastening this thing down and get moving on. Alrighty, I'm ready to start ribbing these panels on. And I've got the floor panel aligned and the front kick panel aligned. Have all the rivets sorted out here. I'm not sure where exactly everything goes. Like, these are 1/4 inch rivets. I think they go on the body somewhere, but can't be sure of that. These are all 3/16, and I only have 5 of these, or 6 of these large head pop rivets. So we're going to use them to put down the floor pan and the kick panel, and then these back holes here, the body goes down on top of that. So I want to make sure I have the body on and aligned before I drill these holes out. So let's get to that. Okay, get this first rivet in. Rivets are quite strong. Good thing I bought a new rivet gun. Alright, these two guys are set in place. I've got to drill some more holes in front of that plate and a couple down here, and get going on that. Alrighty, my panels are in place. I got my dashboard cleaned up and a coat of semi-gloss clear on it. This is the panel, the seat board. I got a coat of paint on that, and I put in some peanuts for the handholds here, the armrests, I want to call them that. I clean these up, put a coat of semi-gloss on them, and these line up on there. And get bolted down to this. So next thing to do is take the dashboard and get it on there and get a couple of rivets in it. I think these black rivets here should be the right ones. There's some ones with some bigger heads. I know those go on the outside of the dash panel here to hook into the cowl or body front end, whatever you want to call it. So that'll be the next thing to do, is get the wiring tucked up through that dashboard and then put a couple of rivets in it. Back to work. Alright, let's get this lined up. Alright, this piece is on solid. Rivet guns are giving me some trouble. I couldn't get the big one into the tight spaces, so I had to get the little one out, and this one wants to jam up. But managed to get it done anyway. So got one rivet I can't get in. I got to re-drill a hole on it, and that's it. All right, that's it for this week's episode of the Rusty Golfer. Please hit that like button; it helps out to take the video to other people. And I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. And it's just about Thanksgiving, so everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Goodbye.